What's going on, you race car enthusiasts out there? Your two favorite limo drivers are back tonight, and we're here to review Michael Mann's brand new film. It just hit theaters on Christmas Day. It's the story of Enzo Ferrari and the Ferrari Empire, specifically in 1 year of Enzo Ferrari's life. That's right, we're talking about Adam Driver as Ferrari.
Two objects cannot occupy the same point in space at the same moment in time.
Enzo. Go beat the hell out of them.
That's right. These two wild car enthusiasts are back, and tonight we're diving into Michael Mann's newest picture, a movie we were waiting to check out throughout the year, and finally got around to seeing this in the theater. A good time with Adam Driver, of course, playing Mr. Ferrari himself. And this takes place in 1957, probably the most pivotal years of his life when his company was going down the shitter.
Yep, almost filed for bankruptcy. His marriage was in ruin. He had just lost a child not too long ago, and the revelation came that he had fathered another child outside the marriage. So he had all this piling up in his life all at the same time, and he had to do something in order to bring Ferrari back to the top before it, completely fell under. He gambled it all, and it paid off in the end. In this big race that they had in Italy in 1957, he put all his chips in, gambled, and throughout the course of this movie, you see it. Does it pay off or does it not? How does it affect him personally? His relationship with his wife, Adam Driver, of course, playing Enzo Ferrari. A great performance. This movie's all about the performance, I feel like. Initially with this movie, watching the previews, I thought we were going to get a lot of car action. Really, it's not a lot of that. It's not a lot of, race cars. I felt like Ford versus Ferrari, that movie had a lot more action to it, where this is really a study of Enzo Ferrari, the relationships he had, and the man himself. And Adam Driver, what better actor than to, portray Enzo Ferrari? He's aged up with the makeup and everything. But Adam Driver's such a good actor. He really sells it. And you really don't even see Adam Driver in this movie. You see old Enzo, and this performance was top notch for me.
Yeah, he was totally unrecognizable in this role, I thought, and pulling off the Italian accent at the same time, too, like true to Italy. I thought he did a great job. The prosthetic work looked good to make him look older. And it was interesting to look into the lives of Mr. Ferrari behind us and what he was going through in the worst years of his life. And it really paid off. One of the biggest companies out of, Italy, car companies. And, how he really rose from this occasion and a bad luck that he came across.
Absolutely. Bad luck. Not only in the racing scene, he used to be a racer back in the day himself. He needs to hire these drivers that are going to propel them to victory. So he hires several over the course of the movie. We see Patrick Dempsey with white hair, black eyebrows, thick caterpillars. Yes. Looks ridiculous. He's obviously Irish. He's not Italian. So got a good chuckle out of that. But, they cast him because he's in real life as race cars. So they wanted authenticity for the racing scenes, and he does bring that. The racing stuff was great on tracks and stuff when they're practicing getting ready for this big race in Italy. It shows just how dangerous it is driving these race cars. And he was still tinkering with how it was built and how it, how much horsepower it had and stuff. So there's a lot of wrecks, a lot of bad things that happened. Some of the crowd got taken out at one point. A lot of people lost their lives, just so much sacrifice to get to the top in this man's life. And, some of it was brought on by himself, just being not faithful to his wife, having a kid outside with Shailene Woodley's character, and Penelope Cruz as his wife, Ferrari's wife, and her finding out about obviously her other kid and looking to get what money she could from Enzo, before it all went bankrupt. And Penelope Cruz, pretty unrecognizable too. I'm used to seeing her in performances, but this one was different. She played kind of the lover that was scorned, and she played that very well. Wanted to get back at Enzo and really felt betrayed by his actions.
Yeah, Penelope Cruz is pretty good. Shailene Woodley, I never cared for, but I thought she was pretty decent as the mistress. But this is really a character study. This is, focusing on Ferrari behind the scenes too.
Mhm.
The grief he's going through, losing a child, and going to the cemetery, and everything's going through with this company, almost losing it, almost selling the company, and it really driving it to the future and leading it to be one of the biggest companies ever, and everything. This character goes through. Adam Driver is very convincing, always a top-notch actor, but he really goes to a different place with this movie. Soft-spoken at times, and he really builds all these, relationships and families for this company and the cars that he's truly passionate about. So he does a really phenomenal job in this film.
Yeah, I like how Michael Mann shot this too. Really, all the focus is on Enzo. So pretty much every scene, Adam Driver's there at the forefront, dealing with these drivers, tinkering with the car, dealing with his wife and mistress, you know, talking to his child that's alive about his son that he lost before and was supposed to be the heir. So much going on within this man's head. And that's really how this is directed by Michael Mann. It's not an action spectacle. It was a little slower than I expected, because it really is a character study. I thought Ford versus Ferrari was a little more action packed, and I enjoyed that one a little bit more. But this one really is about the performance here from Adam Driver, and as he should. He's getting a lot of notoriety around the award season.
Now, I thought Michael Mann did a pretty decent job at directing this movie. It was definitely slower than I wanted it to be. This is definitely not an action movie. Most of the racing's towards the end of the movie. This is more of a slow burn. Ferrari's going through the film and his relationship or lack thereof with his marriage, and of course his mistress and his company and everything is more focused on that. But the set design, the music is really phenomenal in this movie. I really like that a lot. It really elevated the whole tone of the movie. And just the only minor complaint about this, just a little too slow first hour of the flick, but the last hour is really good. And the ending is really, crazy. What happens there with the crash, as you were saying earlier, taking out some people, but the effects on that looked really great and really emotional at the same time. That being said, I'm going to give Michael Mann's new film, Ferrari, now playing in theaters, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5 Penelope Cruz hairpieces.
Yeah, it really is a great look at the man, Enzo Ferrari. A little light on action, a little slow, but really authentic racing scenes. Has you on your edge of your seat there, especially the last hour, half hour of the movie. Great performances. Not my favorite Michael Mann film, but still a really good film. So with that being said, I'm going to give Michael Mann's Ferrari, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5 Adam Driver hairpieces.
I want to hear from all you wild car mechanics out there. What did you like about Ferrari? What didn't you like about it? What's your favorite car movie? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, check out these wild boys on Facebook, X, and Instagram, and our website, Cinephellas.com, for latest, greatest TV, movie news, and reviews.
Well, it's time to go get in our race cars. My Hyundai Sonata and your Toyota RAV4. Let's race.
Hey, how about I don't? I just got it out of the shop for being in there a month, so
Yeah.
I'll give it a few weeks.
All right, we'll leave it to the real race car drivers like Patrick Dempsey. So until the next Cinephellas movie review, I'm Uncle Henry.
And I'm Uncle Logan Dempsey, signing out until the next movie review.
Cheers.